Alright guys, GWAC on YouTube has a video today and he says if we give him 8 minutes, he's going to make video gaming fun for us again. I think that's a very powerful thing. Let's see if he's right.
If you're watching this, you are probably one of 3 people. The kid who played Minecraft with his friends every night after school. The sweat who lived on Call of Duty, Battlefield or CSGO lobbies. Or
Okay, yeah, he got me on Call of Duty. He's obviously talking about more modern games, but there still might be a good lesson here, okay? Now, I milked the shit out of my PlayStation 2 and then finally did the jump to the PlayStation 3 in early 2011, very, very late. I used it to get through a really difficult period in my life, and thank goodness I did, because I bought my first Call of Duty game, Call of Duty Black Ops, and all my other friends in the DJ industry were playing the game as well, and we all linked up with a headset and everything. My gosh, that was such a great 6 months of getting me through some tough times, and then we went on to the next couple games, and we kept doing that until about Ghost, but I digress. So yeah, I was that guy. Let's see what his point is.
the nerd who played League of Legends and stole his mom's credit card to buy skins. Or maybe you're a mix of all of them. Doesn't really matter which one you are, because we've all ended up in the same place. Gaming doesn't feel like it used to. It's like an old friend who's changed. They look the same, they sound the same, but something's just different.
I'll tell you exactly what's different. And so I think one common denominator is a lot of people use gaming as an escape. Some people as a healthy escape. So they've had a really, really big day and they just want to unwind. And then maybe escaping some unhappiness in their life, which is undealt with trauma. That's a little bit different. I'm not a psychologist. But I can tell you the difference between when I was a kid and playing games as an escape. You know, as I said, divorced kid, bullying at school, unwinding after school. I could enjoy as many games as I want and not think about anything, because I didn't have to think about responsibility. So I didn't have to worry about bills or anything like that. I think when a decent grown man sits on his hands for too long, he feels really, really bad. So if he's trying to unwind with a game now, this day and age, especially if he gets his big open world epic, like, I don't know, Elden Ring or a Spider-Man or something, he'll start playing the game. In the back of his mind, he'll feel guilty because he'll be like, oh, I could do something more productive. Oh, this needs done. Oh, I could be putting this towards that. And so I think that's the big difference. I think a lot of reason why games aren't fun anymore is not just to do with the development, repetition, or anything like that. I think it's because dudes, I mean, I don't know about chicks, I can only speak from a dude's point of view, but they've always got responsibilities in the back of their head.
And you can't even point out exactly what. That's how gaming feels now. Same games, same franchises, but not the same feeling. So is it the games, or is it us? That is what I want to figure out in this video. Because I don't want gaming to feel like a chore anymore. I want it to be an escape again, not something I'm trying to escape from. So stick with me for the next 8 minutes, and together we'll figure out how to make gaming feel fun again.
I think also it's really important what games you pick. If you live a really fast lifestyle and you're always on the go, don't be afraid to scratch that itch just by playing something casual, right? Like, it's not like when we had no responsibilities and we could just keep playing these big epic 100-hour Zelda quests or Final Fantasy quests. When I finish a day of work now, I lay in bed while I'm waiting for my girlfriend to cook dinner or whatever, and I will play Prison Escape Simulator on Steam. And the whole goal of that game is just to build a big old hole. You know what I mean? Sometimes simplicity is all you need on top of a complicated life, in my opinion.
Nothing, and I mean nothing, hit harder than loading up a brand new Minecraft server with your friends. We'd spent days trying to figure out how to even play together, downloading 14 different viruses from shady sites, because what the hell was a port forward? Nah, screw that. We had Hamachi, and once we were finally in, we didn't play to grind, speedrun, or build some mega base. We played to see how long we could survive before inevitably just blowing each other up. Or Black Ops 2 Zombies, hours spent on maps like Origins. I still remember screaming into my webcam mic the first time we ever built a staff, or losing my mind when that creepy ghost lady on Buried stole all my money.
I'm not gonna lie, even though I don't play Call of Duty anymore, every time I play Call of Duty, I always jump back into the zombies experience if it's a Black Ops game, right? I think Black Ops is exclusive with the zombies, at least it used to be. I'm not sure if it still is. But yeah, again, great survival memories, and it's just something about zombies in general that's always fun. You know, I like many zombies games, but yeah, for some reason, the zombies multiplayer experience in Call of Duty just always hit different.
Don't even get me started on multiplayer. That's where most of us learned every single English swear word that we know. Kids today could
50 different
never
things you can
survive
do to
a
someone's
VO2
mum.
lobby back in 2012. But to be fair, it's also where I met some of my best friends who I still play and talk with to this day. And Battlefield 3, that game was pure chaos, spending hours trying to copy some insane helicopter plays we'd see on YouTube.
Dude, Battlefield used to hit different in the older games. And again, I haven't played since the World War I version of Battlefield. Was it Battlefield 1? But I remember the girl I was seeing at the time bought me a copy of Battlefield 3 for my birthday. And I didn't play many people, or with many people in those lobbies. But even just camping in the same mound or clump of dirt for like 30 minutes in this big sprawling battlefield just waiting for that one kill. I don't know what it was about such a boring task like that, which was so satisfying. But man, I mean, I was just laying in the dirt for 30 minutes waiting for a kill, and it was just like the best thing ever. Like, you're right, gaming did feel so much simpler a decade and a half ago.
You're sending dirt bikes flying across the map for no other reason than it being the funniest thing in the world.
Just whatever was fun to you in that map.
I see my friends launch 6,000 miles out of bounds, I could not breathe. I don't know why, it was just the funniest thing in the world. It just was. Or even the single player games like Subnautica that came out a little later, but
survival,
the
right?
first time you hear a Leviathan roar in the distance, terrifying, magical. And wait, that was in 2014? Damn, okay, I'm getting
So
over
that
it.
old
But
now.
enough about how it was. We all remember it. We were there. The real question is, why isn't it like that now? When I try to play those games today, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. And I think I figured out why. Somewhere between 2012 and 2025, gaming stopped being about fun and started
a little bit older for me. I'd say probably around 2015, 2016. And that was actually the catalyst for me wanting to start my stream page, which was in like 2017. And again, I was very irresponsible until my mid-30s, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was playing a lot of games when I probably should have been doing more productive. As I said, gaming's a wonderful outlet, but you should also make sure you're taking responsibility and onus for your life. I wasn't. And so I had to break up. I was barely keeping my career together at the time, and I was prioritizing playing games. And so I kind of made the promise then that from now on, if I'm going to play games, I'm going to make sure I'm going to be productive about it. Hence the genesis of this brand many years ago. And so I guess maybe that was when I was transitioning from being a boy to a man. I don't know. I can only speak from my own personal experience.
Started being about work. Every game, and I mean every single game, wants me to log in daily, check boxes, grind XP. It's not playtime. That's a second job, man. And
yeah,
it's not just
okay.
The games. It's the entire culture. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody wants to be the next big streamer, the next big YouTuber. Success has been so normalized to the point where if you're not pulling a 20 bomb every single Warzone match, or grinding Minecraft elytras in the first 20 minutes of starting a new world, or unlocking dark matter in week 1 of launch in some Call of Duty game, it feels like you're falling way behind. And
you know, what I really liked, I think it was about Modern Warfare 3 Call of Duty, is they had a league system in that, where you could join the league and you would actually get paired up with people in your skill level for that league, and you would get a league ranking, I think it was, depending on your skill level. I thought that was fantastic, and the reason I find that fantastic is I just never really found it fair that the people contributing most and have the least time to play games get punished just because someone else has got 18 hours to play games. And look, I understand life isn't fair, and if someone has the privilege of being able to play 18 hours of games, and they shouldn't be punished either, I guess. But yeah, I just feel like games are more accommodating for the hardcores these days than they are for the casuals. I can agree with that, sure.
even when I do try to chill, I just can't. I feel like I'm not running the right loadout or following the meta or keeping up with the latest season. It's exhausting and it's unrealistic. But here's the thing, do we really need to follow these rules? These rules that nobody even agreed on, they just kind of showed up one day. Do you actually keep playing after you unlock the dark matter camos? Do you actually stick to your Minecraft world once you've gotten the elytras? I know I don't. I spent an entire week grinding for the zombie dark matter camo and the multiplayer dark matter camo when Black Ops 6 came out. And guess what? I haven't touched that game since. It's what, like a year later or something? Almost a year later? Why the hell did I do that? Why didn't I just have fun?
Yeah, he's got an interesting point, I think. Why not just play games your way? I do think outside influences certainly hold you to a certain kind of standard. I have another point on top of that, but I'll come back to it because I just forgot off the top of my head.
Maybe the problem isn't the games or us. Maybe it's how we've been told to play them.
Sure.
Back in the day, we weren't obsessed with the meta. We weren't obsessed with the fastest way to progress. We were obsessed with chaos, with discovery, with laughing at the dumbest stuff imaginable.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Games are always fun the first time you play them. Like, when the first time you ever played a Call of Duty game, you didn't care if your KOD was 0.2. You were just, like, on cloud 9 and got that big dopamine hit when you got your first kill or joined up with your friends for the first time. Or when you were just doing stupid things or playing one of the bonus modes or whatever. It was fantastic. The problem is, as you slowly get better at a game, you hold yourself to a higher standard. And, you know, the phrase chasing the dragon is probably even appropriate with that. And then what will happen is, as time goes on, you'll have more responsibilities and you might have to have a break from the game, not play for a week, 2 weeks, and then you'll come back. And then your skills have gone to crap and then you're just not getting the same high because you were up here expecting up here and now you're back down here. And yeah, you're in a bit of a chaos with yourself, I think.
And there's actually a word for that. Oh yeah, it's called fun. Like in Minecraft, the fun wasn't grinding elytras. The fun was hiding behind a painting so you could pop out and kill your friend and hear them scream into their shitty Skype mic. Battlefield wasn't about using the best weapon. It was about sending dirt bikes into orbit and crying of laughter when someone ragdolled into a tree mid-air at 300 miles per hour. That's the fun. That was what made games fun. Not the checklist, not the grind, just playing the game. But now, we're being told that that's the wrong way to play. It's the slow way, the bad.
You know, and I want to talk about Minecraft too, because I used to play Minecraft very casually on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and some of the most fun I had was just burning bricks and making a brick castle. I made this big, gigantic brick castle all by myself, wasn't even in multiplayer, and then I was just building a big stone, like, fort around it. I was just basically trying to build a very ambitious kingdom by myself, and it was just, I did that for no other reason than for me, just to kill time, and just such a simple activity was just, you know, I never played the way other people play Minecraft. They were building these big elaborate cities, trying to get everything, and I was just happy to lay one brick after the other. It was the best feeling ever. And I'll admit, if I try to go back to Minecraft now, I find it really overwhelming, again, because I look at everyone on the outside doing all these really elaborate things, and not to mention the fact that I feel guilty if I play Minecraft now, because in my case, being a content creator, unless I'm turning something into content, I feel like it's a waste of time. And yeah, see, you can hear me now. I'm getting in my own head about this, and I'm proving this guy's point probably more and more.
Way by streamers who call everyone they kill trash, like they're not literally gaming 14 hours a day.
Fuck you say to me, you little shit!
Of course you're gonna stomp some dude who has 30 minutes of playtime after work. Every single game doesn't need a battle royale. Every single game doesn't need a ranked mode. Every single game doesn't need a battle pass and ultra dopamine hits every 5 seconds.
Well, you see, I'm ultra competitive with gaming and I love those things, but I don't have the time or the dedication to, I guess you could say, commit to that. So it's a complete big catch-22.
These streamers once. And content, back then it was trick shots and fun charges. It was either fucking badass or it was hilarious. But now it's nothing but top 10 meta weapons or how to shave 0.2 seconds off your TTK. Like, bro,
Yeah,
I don't have
pros.
8 hours to practice
Yeah,
your
sure.
spray pattern. And the wildest part of it all, we just suck it up. We actually believe all of it. We don't need to do that. We can play exactly like we used to. And most importantly, we can still have as much fun as we used to. We just forgot how. So everything we've just gone through leads us to 3 solutions to fixing this issue of game.
Hey, respect to this guy, because it's all well and good to talk about problems with anything. This guy's actually offering 3 tangible solutions. So straight away, I have so much respect for him.
Being a chore instead of being fun. And they are the following. Solution 1 is to go touch some grass. Nah, I'm just kidding. Who the fuck wants to go outside? Could not be me. But seriously, go touch a new genre. If you're always sweating in shooters, try something different. Maybe Rust. I mean, that's still got shooting, but it's also base building and survival chaos.
Yeah, but I mean, that's even stressful as well if you're not committing to that kind of gameplay mechanic
Or
as well.
Subnautica. It's single player and it's a beautiful, very terrifying and completely underwater game.
Yeah,
It'll
that could
remind
be
you
good.
that games don't have to be the same cycle of lobbies,
I need to try
loadouts, and
that.
battle passes. Or if you usually just play single player games or survival games, then go try and play a shooter or League of Legends or something else. Just play something else. You'd be surprised.
Okay, so I think this guy's point is if you're feeling a bit stagnant with whatever game or genre you're playing, don't be afraid to pivot and challenge yourself. I think that's really good advice, not just with gaming, but in life in general. When people start to feel burned out, it's usually because they're committing to one activity and not getting the same level of reward out of it as what they're used to. That's pretty much what burnout is. I may have not explained that perfectly, but that's what burnout is. And so his advice on pivoting is spot on, not just with gaming, but in life in general. That is an amazing piece of advice.
Surprised how different games can be. Solution 2 is to play with someone who sucks massive ass. Play with someone
Boost
who
your
is so
ego
bad
with
at
your
video
friends.
games that it is embarrassing.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
really bad. I'm talking your mom, your girlfriend, your grandpa. Doesn't matter. Just someone who's not living in this sweaty, hyper-progress world like you are. Because when they screw up, it's hilarious. Watching someone struggle with the basics reminds you how fun it was when you were new and how little stuff in video games actually matter. You can even go and play some co-op games like It Takes Two or A Way Out. Now, solution 3 is to just go and waste some goddamn time. You heard me. No goals, no grind, no achievements. Just hop in a game and just play it. Don't.
I think in order to train yourself to get that mindset again, like I said, I would recommend going on Steam and buying one of the many wonderful independent games for between $5 and $10, right? So something like Vampire Survivors, where you're just wandering around killing mobs, is fantastic, right? And then, like I said, Prison Escape Simulator, where all you do is dig a hole and sell your stuff to upgrade your gear and dig a hole and try to escape the damn thing. Or you could say House Flipper, Power Wash Simulator, where you could just chill but still achieve something. These are wonderful ways, I think, to reset your brain so you can learn to enjoy these AAA games a bit more casually again, in my humble opinion.
Worry about what weapon you're using. Just pick a weapon you're usually not used to using. Or if you're a Rust nerd, just go live in the jungle instead of only living in the snow and being some tryhard who only raids bases the first 16 hours of wipe and then leaves the game. You know, just build some weird house in Minecraft. Don't worry about the elytras. You know, just do something that doesn't have a meaning, because that's when the best memories happen. When you're not sweating for camos or grinding XP. When you're just wasting time. You're just playing games, like when you were a kid. You didn't do it for anything, you just did it because it was fun. So just waste some goddamn time, man.
I think his advice is really, really good. I just think it's a real shame that he didn't touch on people and their real life responsibilities, because he's speaking from the point of view on how we approach games. But a lot of people, like I said, don't enjoy games anymore because they're overburdened with responsibilities and they feel guilty for enjoying games in their downtime. And I think there needs to also be a video that offers solutions and advice on how to address that as well. With that being said, when it comes to actually taking a certain approach to games, this video is absolutely fantastic.
Easiest way to put all this is that video games mattered because they didn't matter. Stuff mattered because it was just fun, but it didn't actually matter if you had full diamond gear or the meta weapon or the highest KD. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're the Minecraft kid, the COD sweat, or the League nerd. We should all be able to have fun in video games. That's literally why they were made, and that's why we started playing them. Honestly, it's the same reason I even started this channel. If games were never fun, I would have never wanted to make videos about them. And I can only do that because of you. Yep. You, right there. The fact that you watched this whole goddamn video is the reason that I make them.
We really appreciate that too, GWAC. Please, guys, make sure you're checking out his channel. Give him a sub and give me a sub as well, guys. I appreciate you watching this one. Some really good advice there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. And that's another video done. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.